Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you watching. Today I want to do something that dropped a couple days ago, but I haven't had an opportunity to put it to you. And that is SIG is fighting back on some of the claims made by a certain attorney on the P320 pistol. SIG is claiming some misrepresentations where they are alleging malfunctions of the pistol. I could be off on who he's representing in his claims because there are a couple different lawsuits going at SIG for the 320. And most of them are referring to or referencing in some way the fact that SIG had an issue, we'll all recall, on the 320, and SIG, as a result, did the voluntary recall program where you could voluntarily send your pistol in to have it upgraded. And this is one of them right here. I had this, I waited until, this is one of the first 320s to make it into Massachusetts. I didn't have it updated until very recently, far after the 2017 program went into effect. Now, when I do these videos about SIG, I always get, like, you're a Glock guy, you're a SIG hater. I have like 5 or 6 320s, so, and that's just the tip of my spear or the tip of my iceberg for SIG. I have a lot of SIG firearms. I like SIG a lot. But I figured I'd give them their due because I've always come out and told people when there are lawsuits related to it. So here's SIG fighting back. On screen is the statement from SIG relating to them fighting back here, this lawsuit. And this came on March 3rd and says, today SIG Sauer Inc. filed a lawsuit in the Federal District Court in the District of New Hampshire against attorney Jeffrey Bagnell and the Bagnell Law Firm in relation to false and defamatory statements about and animations of the P320 model pistol. The animations in question, created by a litigation support firm with no apparent expertise in firearms engineering or design, are published to Mr. Bagnell's firm's website and YouTube channel with the apparent intent to harm SIG Sauer's reputation. Specifically, SIG Sauer Inc. versus Jeffrey Bagnell Esquire LLC and Jeffrey S. Bagnell alleges that Mr. Bagnell has published a plainly false and inaccurate animation of the P320 in an effort to induce a belief in consumers that the P320 is unsafe and to attract new clients for the Bagnell law firm. These falsities and inaccuracies include, among others, false depictions of key internal components of the P320, specifically the striker, seer, and striker safety lock and notch. These misrepresentations are then used to support false assertions about the mechanics of the firearm that are physically impossible, in order to make customers believe that the P320 can discharge without a trigger pull. As detailed in the complaint filed in this lawsuit, a basic visual examination of an actual P320 quickly illustrates extensive and flagrant falsities depicted in the animation. The degree of such flagrance is illustrated in this excerpt from the complaint, comparing the depiction of the firearm seer in the animation to an actual P320 seer. I know this is a little blurry on the screen, but it says, fourth, the animation misrepresents the geometry and appearance of the Seer Notch from the P320 model firearm, namely after depicting the face of the Seer Notch as having exaggeratedly rounded edges and an indented face. The animation asserts that these rounded edges result in an ineffective connection between the seer and striker and lead to the risk of the firearm discharging without a trigger pull. However, the animation's depiction of the Seer Notch is false. The actual surfaces of the Seer Notch are flat and bear edges that are specifically radiused in accordance with part specifications. You can see on the left is a pre-2017 P320 seer, and on the right is this P320 seer as depicted in the animation from this attorney and his group, and SIG says that it falsely displays a rollover condition and an inset surface. Similar misrepresentations are made in the animation regarding the P320 striker, striker safety lock, and striker safety notch. The animation even shows separate solid components of the firearm occupying the same space, a physical impossibility, in an effort to support their theory as to how the firearm can discharge without a trigger pull. SIG Sauer believes that these misrepresentations are willful in nature and is taking action with the filing of this complaint to ensure that Mr. Bagnall is not allowed to continue deceiving the public about the safety of the P320 and use such deceptions in an attempt to generate business for his legal practice. SIG Sauer is confident that it will prevail on the merits of this case. The P320 pistol is the most tested, proven, and successful handgun in recent small arms history. It has endured extremely rigorous testing to become the official sidearm of all branches of the U.S. military, the Department of Homeland Security, as well as military and law enforcement agencies worldwide. The U.S. Army Procurement Office recently hailed the P320-based M17/M18 as the safest, most reliable, most accurate handgun ever procured by the U.S. military. With over 2 million P320s in service, it is one of the most widely carried firearms in the world today. Let me know what you think down below. SIG is fighting back. I think it's good that they're fighting back if this claim is in fact wrong, but remember, this is the pre-2017 one that needed to have an update from SIG, and this is actually the M17 right here, the military army version, which they fixed these issues with when it was going through its testing phase. I really like the pistol. I have a considerable amount of SIGs. I have a considerable amount of Glocks and other makes too. And if you're looking for a P320, the Max Michel one is pretty badass. Just wanted y'all to know this. This is we'll start the day out with some news about a company fighting back against some alleged misrepresentations in their product, and they're taking it to court. So let me know what you think down below. Are you a SIG guy? Do you think SIG is right? Do you think SIG is wrong? I want to hear it down below. And also a quick update. For those who didn't see my little short, I'll have it pinned above. The state of Alabama, Governor Ivey signed constitutional carry into law last night. However, in the bill, it says that upon signature, this will go into effect on January 1st. So constitutional carry in Alabama will actually be implemented on January 1st of 2023. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. And if you're not a member of this community, please hit the subscribe button down below. Got anything out of this video, like it and share it, especially if you have some SIG fans or if you have some SIG haters in your community. They probably want to see this one way or another. And thank you for your time. Take care.